I'm going to be real with you. This whole General Hospital storyline right now, it's messy. Not just, oh wow, drama messy. Nah, like morally twisted, emotionally exhausting, and kind of uncomfortably real if you squinted it the right way. So yeah, Marco, dead. Or at least that's what they're shoving in our face. And I'm sitting here like, wait, hold up. This doesn't feel clean. Nothing about this feels like a simple guy dies, villain gets blamed, justice happens. Nah. It's deeper. It's uglier. And the worst part, people are already picking sides too fast. Marco's death, not just a tragedy. It's a setup. Maybe. Let's start with Marco. Dude didn't just die. Nah, this feels like a chess move. Someone made a move. Someone planned something. And now everybody else is reacting, scrambling, pointing fingers like kids caught doing something dumb. But here's the thing that keeps bugging me. If Marco's death was really that straightforward, why does it feel so staged? Like, too neat in some ways, too chaotic in others, and that's where Lucas and Britt come in. Lucas and Britt, low-key the only ones using their brains right now. I gotta give it to them. They're not just sitting around crying or screaming revenge, they're actually thinking. And yeah, they're slow. Not gonna sugarcoat it, they are slow, but also careful. And in a situation like this, slow might actually be the only way you don't screw everything up. They're looking at Cullum like, nah, something ain't right with this guy. And honestly, same. Naeem gives off that vibe, you know the one, the dude who smiles just a little too calmly when chaos is happening around him. The guy who somehow is always not there when things go down, but still connected. That kind of energy, yeah, red flag. But here's where it gets dangerous. Sidwell, now we talk about Sidwell. And man, this dude is not thinking straight. Not even a little. He's grieving, yeah, lost his son. That kind of pain, it'll mess you up. I'm not going to pretend it won't. But grief doesn't justify what he's about to do. Not even close. Because Sidwell, he's locked onto one idea and he's not letting go. Sonny killed Marco. That's it. That's his truth now. Doesn't matter what evidence says. Doesn't matter what logic says. And this is where things get scary. Like, actually scary. Not soap opera, dramatic scary. Because when someone decides they already know the truth, they stop looking for it. Revenge always sounds good in your head until it doesn't. Sidwell wants revenge. Clean, simple, eye for an eye type stuff. But revenge, it's never clean. And he doesn't even go straight for Sonny. No, he goes for something worse. He goes for Christina. And I got to pause here because this is where the story stops being just drama and starts being kind of uncomfortable to watch. Because Christina, she's not the one who did anything. She's just connected. And that's the point. Sidwell is thinking like this. And yeah, I'm paraphrasing, but you get it. You hurt my son, I'll hurt yours. That logic, it's toxic, it's ancient. It's the kind of thinking that destroys entire families, not just individuals. And the worst part, he plans it. The knife scene, yeah, this is where everything breaks. You can almost see it playing out before it even happens. Sidwell, waiting, calculating, breathing too steady for someone about to commit something irreversible. And Christina, she probably doesn't even realize what's coming. That's the part that hits me the hardest. Not the violence, not even the revenge. It's the lack of awareness, the normal moment before everything goes wrong. And then, boom. The knife, and I'm just sitting here like, nah, they didn't just do that. Because if that blade really hits the way it's being teased, that's it. Christina's story over just like that. No dramatic goodbye. No long hospital speech. Just gone. And Sidwell, he planned the escape too. That's what makes it colder. This wasn't a heat of the moment thing. This was calculated, and here's the twist that hurts even more. While all this is happening, Lucas and Britt are this close to the truth. Like, painfully close. They're following Cullum, watching him, trying to connect dots that nobody else even sees. And then by pure accident, literally just bad timing, they stumble onto Sidwell attacking Christina. Not Cullum. Sidwell. And I swear, this is the kind of irony that makes you want to throw something at the screen. Because they were right about Cullum being suspicious, but wrong about the timing. And now, they're witnesses to a completely different crime. Justice, but too late. So yeah, Lucas and Britt can call the cops, they can expose Sidwell, they can prove what he did, and they probably will. But what does that even mean at that point? Christina's still gone. And that's the lesson here that I don't think people talk about enough. Being right doesn't always mean you win. Lucas and Britt can solve the case, connect the dots, expose the truth, and still lose. Meanwhile, Cullum is just there. And this part bugs me the most. Because while everyone's distracted, Sidwell, Sonny, Christina, all the chaos, Cullum is still out there. Still not fully exposed, still not fully proven guilty. And I'm sitting here like, what if he really was behind Marco's death? What if this entire situation, Sidwell going crazy, targeting Christina, what if that's just collateral damage? Or worse, what if Cullum knew this would happen? What if he set things up in a way where grief would do the dirty work for him? Man, that's dark, like real dark, but also kind of believable in this world. And Sonny, yeah, let's talk about him for a second. Sonny is used to being the target. That's nothing new. But this is different because now the consequences aren't just coming for him, they're hitting his family. And whether he's guilty or not, and right now, that's still messy, he's still part of the chain reaction. And I gotta say it, this is the kind of storyline that forces you to think about responsibility in a different way. Because even if Sonny didn't kill Marco, the life he lives, the enemies he creates, that stuff doesn't just disappear. It circles back. Always. The bigger picture, what this story is really saying. Okay, so let me zoom out for a second because, yeah, this is all drama and chaos and stabbing and mystery. But underneath all that, there's something kind of real here. This storyline is basically screaming, grief can make you dangerous. Revenge doesn't fix anything. Truth comes too late sometimes. And innocent people, they pay the price. And I hate how accurate that feels. Like, we all think we'd act rational in a situation like this. We wouldn't jump to conclusions. We wouldn't hurt the wrong person. But Sidwell probably thought the same thing before all this. My final take, and yeah, I'm still annoyed. I'm not going to lie, I don't like how this plays out. Not because it's bad writing, actually. It's kind of the opposite. It's too real in a weird way. There's no clean resolution here. No satisfying justice. Just a chain of bad decisions stacking on top of each other until everything collapses. And Lucas and Britt, they're stuck in the worst position possible. They know the truth, but they couldn't stop the damage. And that right there, that's the part that sticks with me. Because sometimes in life, yeah, I said it, life, not just TV, you can do everything right and still arrive too late. And man, that's a tough pill to swallow.